Hello and welcome to Story Time with Pick Dude, where he tells a story about truth.
Dolphin hand jobs. So now the title of the video is out of the way, let's start with some background. Ayumu, it is 1958. So you are NASA, and you want to discover if you can make dolphins talk. What did you do?
Implant them with microchips.
Actually, you shoot them up with LSD. So that's. I'm sure some of you heard about this before. You can find it by googling "dolphin hand job," which I think is hilarious. You'll
Go
find
into
the
incognito mode first.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, you can just find it by googling "dolphin hand job," and that'll get you the delisted article, which is kind of a sarcastic one. And then if you just look up "dolphin LSD experiment," you'll find the full real one. But first of all, some background on dolphins. If any of you are sweet summer children and don't know that dolphins are literally the worst, uh, dolphins are vicious gang predators. Have you ever heard this about dolphins?
It's not Gang Beasts, it's Gang Dolphins now, coming to the Super Nintendo
On the CW.
on the CW.
But a freaking bottlenose dolphins will rape their females. They'll kill the babies of other dolphins, and then they'll kill their own baby dolphins.
So they're Spartans.
Basically, uh, this list. I have this list pulled up. This is top 10 reasons why dolphins are the worst, and it mentions dolphin penises. And please don't look up dolphin penises unless you're safe to look up dolphin penises. But let me just give you a vision or an audio description of what a dolphin penis looks like. It's like a nightmare root vegetable.
So it's like echidna penises.
I've never seen an echidna's penis.
They have
Actually.
4 heads.
Well, I know that, but hold on.
I think it's I don't know. Animal penises are super weird though, because they're like really spiky.
Oh God, echidnas are the weird. No, okay, so like I'm trying to think of a root vegetable that does it, but it's called a prehensile penis. So this is a great subject. Uh, so it looks kind of like a giant tongue, like a thicker one that tapers. That's what it looks like.
That's
So like the bottom of a root vegetable where it like just like points down like a turnip, not like a turnip,
so
like a
it's like,
radish.
yeah, like a giant radish.
Yeah, they're kind of like that. They're kind of horrifying. But what else is on this list that I need to talk about? They have a lot of STDs, and I think dolphins are like the second most intelligent creature on the planet, right? But right behind mice.
Is that why I thought dolphins were smarter than mice.
No. It's a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy joke.
The dolphins left the planet. They're the smartest ones.
Yeah, but the mice were trying to program the planet or something.
Just that awkward
They're
pause.
trying to hack the planet.
Sorry, my mouse was going haywire. What were you saying?
Um, that's a good question. Oh yeah, dolphins are too smart for their own good, so they've developed these cultures where they can commit sexual crimes on each other. Um, but they also like to do shit like I just learned about this when I pulled up this list. But there's like this story about this dolphin sanctuary, and sometimes baby sharks can get inside. So a bunch of dolphins were tossing around a baby shark like a volleyball.
So they are as evolved as humans.
Yeah, exactly. They're horrible to each other and everything else.
When you go to the hood, you just see them playing. There's not basketballs. There's little children.
Right. Uh, they also have a ton of STDs, and I have this really wonderful picture of a dolphin vagina with a small like bump on it. It's great.
I think that's called the clitoris.
I don't think. I don't. I don't. Normally, I wouldn't disagree with you, but I don't think you've seen it.
No, and I'm very happy I haven't seen the dolphin
It looks
vagina.
kind of like a blister on the pussy.
I'm sorry, this is a family-friendly show.
Oh, you're
Call
right.
it
It's
a
a
vagina.
blister. It's a blister on the vagina.
Is it on the labia?
Probably. I think that's the outer part.
I thought that was like
I'm
the
not.
lip thingies.
Yeah,
Flappy
yeah.
doodles.
The flappy doodles. They're only flappy if everything's gone wrong.
No, they're human vaginas where they're kind of flappy.
Yeah, that's when it's gone wrong. That's like something's gone wrong there.
I mean, that's like saying a penis
That
that's in
is
a
not-
C shape is bad.
A C shape? It curls back around?
How else are you supposed to fuck yourself?
Not like that. Oh, so it's a reverse C. It goes down to.
Yeah! So,
prefer mine S curved.
what?
You know, an S curve.
I know what an S curve is, but, why do you know that about them?
Wait, what?
I thought you said your friend had an S penis.
No, I said I prefer S curve.
Oh.
It was a joke. I don't think humans have S curve penises. There's that one guy that has 2 penises, but besides him,
He's just on a higher plane than us, though.
yeah, he's a more evolved form of life.
Yeah, just like the echidna is the highest form of life.
Absolutely.
And ducks.
Gloria Seduxu.
So tell us more about the baby shark.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. It's just an example of dolphins being like horribly cruel. But the most important thing to remember about dolphins is that dolphins are super horny and they don't mind humans. They actually no wait, which was it? There's a species that prefers humans to their own mates, and it's getting to be a problem.
Monkeys?
It might be. I don't remember. It was a while ago I heard about that. But anyway, dolphins are super horny. That's what you need to remember about this. So now we can get into the actual experiment.
Flipper, no!
Yeah, exactly. Actually, it was the descendants of the flipper dolphins that were tossing around the shark. Funny you should mention that.
Flipper, yes!
It's like the 3rd generation since the flipper dolphins.
It's always 3rd gen. 3rd gen's the worst.
So they had this NASA in the 1960s. I don't know why NASA was running this experiment, but there was a neuroscientist named John C. Lilly. He was working at a state-of-the-art lab in the Virgin Islands. Lilly wanted to find out if dolphins could talk to people.
Thus, they put him on LSD.
Obviously, because that's the way you do it. So, at the time, the dominant theory of human language development posited that children learn to talk through constant close contact with their mothers. So Lilly was like, I bet I can apply that to dolphins and teach them to talk. So he got his young female research associate, Margaret Howe, to live with a dolphin for 10 weeks in 1965.
How could she put up with that?
What do you mean? Oh. It took me a minute. I just blundered right into it. So they had this 2-story house, and it was partially flooded. Like, so the dolphin, who was named Peter, could swim, and she could wade around. So they were constantly interacting with each other, quote, eating, sleeping, working, and playing together. Margaret slept on a bed soaked in salt water and worked on a floating desk so that her dolphin roommate could interrupt her whenever he wanted. She also spent hours playing ball with Peter, encouraging his more humanoid noises and trying to teach him simple words.
Those weren't the only balls she was playing with.
Dolphins don't have balls, first of all. Elsewise, that was pretty good.
Then she was playing with little Peter?
Yeah, that's actually the joke the article makes.
Yes!
Peter's Peter. So, remembering all we know about dolphins, you can see where this is going, and also the fact that the episode is named Dolphin Handjobs.
When a daddy
So-
dolphin and anything with a hole, except that it's gonna happen because the dolphin's probably stronger.
The dolphin is stronger.
I mean, animals are crazy strong.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, a dolphin is basically just like one long muscle, so like.
You're
Like a
right.
snake.
It's actually 2 long muscles.
So I'm just gonna rip off the article for this sentence because it's the wording of it is my favorite. As time passed, it became clear that Peter didn't want a mom; he wanted a girlfriend. So he started trying to woo Margaret. He started hitting on her, in however dolphins do this, by nibbling at her feet and legs. When that didn't work, he got violent and he started beating her up with his nose and flippers, bruising her shins. And this got to be a problem, so that she wore rubber boots and carried a broom to fight off Peter.
For science!
Yeah. My whole thought this whole time, bro, this is all happening, is like, why is she still here?
How many
And
more
wasn't
weeks
this
did it go
covered-
on for?
It went on for 10 weeks total. I don't
No.
know how long in that we were in. I don't actually know any of the time or anything about the timeline. Maybe we'll revisit this someday after I watch a documentary or something.
Documentary on Dolphin Handjobs coming to the CW.
Absolutely. Chick dolphins with dicks coming to the CW.
Yes, chick dolphins with dicks coming to the CW.
Is that even an in joke that's public?
No,
Okay, so we just look like raving lunatics.
that's okay. People are like, that's funny. Oh my
So-
god, will they shut up?
So when the boots and the broom didn't, I just love the idea of Peter like coming up like, hey babe, and she's just like hitting him with the broom like, no.
Big dolphin, big dolphin! Them some nutty pretty boots you got on.
So they started sending the dolphin out for visits with other dolphins so that he could, bang and get it out of his system. Except he didn't. And the research team, so probably the main guy, Lily, was just like, was worried that if Peter spent too much time with his kind, he'd forget what he learned about being human. So we come back, and Peter's back in the house with Margaret, still trying to get her. He's using a different strategy this time. Instead of biting her, he is courting her by gently rubbing his teeth up and down her leg and showing off his genitals.
Show me
You
your
know.
genitals. Your genitals. What? Please don't.
Genitalia. So, like, just how humans would do it. You just run your teeth down her leg and then turn over and show
When
it.
you want to press a lady, do the helicopter dick.
Exactly. So, at this point, Margaret is so fed up with this that she just does it. She just, rubs him. So she gives the dolphin a hand job. And they find that after this, he becomes a lot more cooperative with the language lessons.
I mean, usually when someone gives me a hand job, I'm more cooperative.
Yeah, exactly. So, this is all before the LSD, by the way.
Oh,
Apparently.
good.
So this all happened completely sober.
See, it would make sense if she was on LSD.
But I have this. I don't know if Margaret is still alive. I think she is. She's very old now, because she would have been this is in her 20s and 30s, and this is 1960 or 1965-ish. So she'd be pretty old. But I remember the first time I looked at this story and had a sensible chuckle. I read this quote and I thought she was deluded, but I'm just gonna read it to you, and you can tell me what you think of Margaret. Quote, Peter likes to be ... with me. He would rub himself on my knee, my foot, or my hand, and I allowed that. I wasn't uncomfortable, as long as it wasn't too rough. It was just easier to incorporate that and let it happen. It was very precious and very gentle. Peter was right there. He knew that I was right there. It would just become part of what was going on, like an itch. Just get rid of that scratch, and we would be done and move on. End quote.
I'm sorry, was she married to the dolphin?
Apparently. Because that implies this happened regularly.
Once you do dolphin hand jobs, you never come back from that.
Well, I mean, like, once you cross the line, like, you know, why not? It makes it easier, so, like...
Yeah, but you're jacking off a dolphin.
Yeah, but the dolphin won't viciously assault you if you do jack off the dolphin.
Yeah, but you still have done it with a dolphin. With the jack in it.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know. She's a marine biologist. Maybe that's just... Well, okay, so what I always thought about reading that was that she was, like, partly deluded. So, what do you think?
So she was the new one. I think she just wanted the experiment to be a success.
Uh-huh.
So, because a lot of the times people have to do unethical things. Because their boss is like, I don't care, give me results.
Right. And it was 1965, so, like, what are regulations?
And with women not getting equal treatment until, like, the 70s, and even now there are some companies that won't treat them right. I think she was probably threatened to be fired, but that was omitted because, well, obs.
Yeah. So, obviously the experiment didn't work. Peter didn't learn to talk. But they did discover that a human could satisfy a dolphin's sexual needs, and this was considered a big breakthrough. Dr. Lilly still believed that dolphins could learn to talk if given enough time, and hoped to conduct a year-long study with Margaret and another dolphin. So he wanted to do it again for a year with Margaret again.
Wait, why is a male dolphin named Margaret?
No, the researcher, Margaret.
Oh, okay. Well, he said he wanted to do it again with Margaret. The dolphin clearly wanted to do it again.
The chief doctor still believed that dolphins could learn to talk and wanted to do it again, but for a year instead of 10 weeks. So, five times as long.
Yeah, why not have it be like 30? No, let's just 1 year.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that turned out to be too expensive, although I'm not sure who was, like, not pulling his funding. And again, it was 1965.
Who wants to fund dolphin hand jobs?
That's my question. Like, who would have allowed this to continue? There had to be at least one person on the research team who was like, Margaret, you probably shouldn't do that.
Margaret, please stop whacking the dolphin off. He's becoming more aggressive towards us.
It's making it very awkward in the monitor room.
Margaret, if I dress up as a dolphin...
And she's a researcher, so I imagine her writing reports about this, and like the main doctor is like, Margaret, that is some very good work, but could you please spend a little less time describing the thickness of the dolphin's wang?
Dear diary, I made love to the dolphin again. It seems like he was able to last a little bit longer.
She's a scientist, so it's stuff like, he lasted approximately 16.2 seconds this time.
It was magical. I hope that next time the dolphin will make eye contact.
It was very precious and very gentle.
Sometimes I wish he'd be a little bit rougher. So, kind of going along with that, so it's extremely weird that she gave the hand job to a dolphin.
Uh-huh.
Probably around that time, the way that they would collect horse semen was just to jack off the horse.
I mean, how else?
I mean, look. I don't want to think about it.
What, you've never seen the the marrying video?
So, like I said, I don't want to think about it. But, how do you, I mean, how do you, like... So, on my application, I was a professional horse cum dumpster.
Cum dumpster? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I don't think hands count as a cum dumpster.
I mean, they're collecting it in a trash can.
Yeah, but that doesn't make you the dumpster.
Sorry, I work with
no, they don't
horse
collect it in a
semen.
trash can. That's
But for a second, you thought they did.
yeah. Well, I mean, in my brain, it was like horses are big. It could work.
So here's like a legit concerning question. Do they ever compare sizes? Because human beings are not horses.
What do you mean, humans to horses?
Yeah.
I mean, at least once in the history of the world, someone has to.
Did you know there was a queen who died because of horse dick?
I don't believe you, but I'm gonna Google it anyway.
No. You keep talking about dolphins. I'll Google it.
I don't have any more to say about dolphins other than that after the whole jack off the dolphin thing didn't work, they shot up the dolphin with LSD. Also, Margaret took the LSD too, and reportedly they had good trips.
All right. Well, I'm gonna read you a story now.
All right.
This is off one of the most reliable sources. Urban Dictionary. Catherine II of Russia, 1729 to 1796, also known as Catherine the Great, was one of the best leaders in Russian history, ruling from 1762 to her death. A princess in an obscure, well-built family, blah, 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 blah. This is just about her. Catherine, neglected by Peter, studied politics. Peter was her nephew?
Dolphin lover?
Was her husband.
Yeah, no, they're both named Peter.
I know, right? Oh, this is Peter the Third, though.
Oh, right.
She led a coup d'etat against Peter, and who had become emperor, and now she is Catherine the Great. With Peter out of the way, Catherine set to work improving and modernizing Russia.
She brought Western influence to Russia. I remember reading about her.
Catherine the Great, well known for her many romances, did not die during intercourse with a stallion. The French made it up to discredit her power. But it is an actual story.
Sorry, I just imagined the French are like, and then she fucked the horse and died.
Also,
sorry, that was not a French accent.
She had sex with the horse. So she had. Wait, so she was known for her massive, like, sexual partners? Do you know how many sexual partners she had? 12.
That's a lot for 1670, whatever.
This was tame for an aristocrat of that time.
Oh, was it?
But the legend is that she had sex and died to a horse.
Thanks, French.
Penis.
Oh, thanks for the clarification. And it was like the horse was trying to fist her with his hoof.
That's called clopping. So, any final thoughts?
No, that was my story.
All right, so don't look any of this up.
Please.
Share this around. Tell your friends not to look it up, though.
If If we do another one of these, I'll tell you about the alligator that met Hitler. Sorry, the alligator that met Hitler.
I think his name is King K. Rool.
Yes, I believe that is correct.
All right, well, thank you for watching this. Let us know what else you want us to talk about, and maybe we will. Have a good one, everyone.